Hey guys, if you are a fan of Nassim Taleb, author of The Black Swan, one of my favorite authors, I mean, maybe the favorite, a guy that you should also check out is a gentleman named Didier Sornette, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And also, if I recollect correctly, his profession is, he's sort of a risk management guy, a complex system analyzer. I mean, not the best descriptions, but that's kind of what he does and what he focuses on. And I came across him several years ago in some YouTube videos. He was debating, Nassim Taleb, friendly debates about, whether, I believe it was about like whether financial crises can be predicted. And Taleb was generally saying that they can't, that they're not predictable, like a true black swan would not be predictable. But Sornette was arguing that they could be. And anyway, and that's a paraphrase. I definitely encourage you guys to look it up. I could be wrong about that, but that's my vague recollection as to what the topic of the debates were about. And the term I came across in this exchange was one that kind of stuck with me since then. It's called a Dragon King event. And Sornette, I don't know if he came up with the term or he's just proliferated the term, but he used it in this debate. And the term basically means that it's an event of such immense significance and scale that the king part of it is the size, that it's big, that it's huge, that it's an enormously significant event. And the dragon part is that it's of unique origin, that it's not typical or common. And so he described in this debate, if I recall correctly, that the 2008 market crash, housing market meltdown that everybody was caught off guard by and didn't see coming would fit the definition of a Dragon King event. And I think the reason I wanted to bring this up to you guys, just food for thought, and for you to do your own research. I mean, please don't go off of everything I said here. You got to look this thing up on your own. Is that when I hear a lot of talk about, are we really going to have another event like that or worse, I think about that term. I think about Dragon King style events, because the dragon is the part that kind of catches you off guard. It's the thing, it's unique and you don't see it coming, and you know what I mean? Like you can't trace its origin. It's coming sort of like out of nowhere, right? And then of course the king means it's really big and really bad. So think about that, guys. Check that out. I'd love to hear if anybody's come across that term or is familiar with Sornette. If you're more familiar with him than me, would love to hear your take on him and those debates or those exchanges that he had with Taleb. Definitely something that is on my mind as we continue to see the market, climb and climb and climb, and it just doesn't seem to be, it seems impervious to, larger macroeconomic unsettling forces. And so anyway, definitely curious what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, look up Didier, Didier Sornette, Didier Sornette, Dragon King events.